So, all right, welcome, and welcome when again. We'll get going shortly. So what we are going to be doing in our yoga class today is more of a kind of check in with self-awareness. So we'll do a nice centering practice. We'll do a couple of postures where we'll keep checking in with this, so with like 3 questions that we're going to address with becoming more self-aware. Often kind of, when we in a yoga class, we're told, okay, well, what sensation are you feeling, or how's it going? And I'll prompt you with a few extra questions or ideas, just something that you can maybe will trigger the mind a little. Let's see if I can spotlight it on me. There we go. We can do that. That looks good. And then from here, just a couple of announcements, I suppose. Last week, I did my or the goal setting workshop, and that's available on YouTube now for watching. And we've still got our March yoga retreat happening. I'm booking my tickets to Cape Town tomorrow, so March yoga retreat is definitely on. And apart from that, I don't think I have any new news, so we can get straight to it. Finding a nice comfortable spot on your mat. If you've got a block or 2 to sit on, you can do that. We're going to be sitting for a little while before we come down onto our mats. So you really do want to be comfortable. And if sitting on the ground isn't for you today, you're welcome to sit on a chair instead and do this, the start of the centering practice. However you need to be. So we'll start off sitting comfortably. You can close your eyes for a moment. And notice the physical body, contact of the sitting bones to the hard pillow or the ground, or even a chair. Noticing the length of the spine, and you may notice that as you observe the length of the spine, you start to sit a little bit more upright. And then with that, notice how you're able to relax your shoulders, so it feels like the energy is moving down again, and there's a softening. And then as you inhale, notice how the chest feels like it wants to lift and open, creating space. And as you exhale, notice how the armpits soften. There's a lovely play that happens in the body with the breath as you become aware of the deeper inhalations and the longer exhalations. So as you settle here, just become aware of the main body sensation, the one that is the most apparent to you right now. So it might be a sense of tingling within, it might be sweaty palms, it might be an elevated heart rate, it might be a sense of discomfort in a part of the body, it might be a sensation of the air against a certain part of your body skin. So just noticing the sensation that is the most apparent to you right now. And then become aware of how you're feeling. Is there a sense of nervousness, excitement, uncertainty? Is there a feeling of peace and calm, apprehension? What feeling is the one that sticks out at this moment? And then what is the most apparent thought? What is the thought that is going through your mind? Don't want to be here. Is it your shopping list? Is it the thought of, let's be positive, I can do this, I'm at the right place. Just notice the thought. So experiencing the body sensation, a feeling, and a thought. So for me, there's like a sense of tingling within. My feeling is maybe a little bit of nervousness and excitement. And the thought is kind of like, okay, we've got this. So it's tapping into what the three are for you. And remember that it can change from moment to moment. We need to play with them in the postures this evening as well. And see how, when we do a different type of posture, it affects our sensation, our feeling, and our thoughts. So as you rest here in the space, take 3 slow deep breaths in and out. Breathing out with each breath, you're able to connect to something a little greater than yourself. Connecting with all that is. And once you've tapped into that connection, into that unity, you can gently release and take it into a couple of shoulder circles. So as you inhale, take your shoulders up and back. And as you exhale, take your shoulders back, down, and around. You're doing a couple of shoulder circles. Continue working. Just make sure there's no one else waiting to come in, because I've changed my settings a little. There we go. And then once you've gone in the opposite direction, and you can then release the shoulders. Inhale, take the arms out to the sides and up. Exhale, bring them down through the center. And again, inhaling, taking the arms out to the sides and up. And exhaling down through the center. Last time, breathing in. And exhaling down. Super. Extend those legs out in front of you. You may want to come off your support. As you stretch those legs out, you're going to start circling the feet, working into the ankle joints. A few rounds in one direction and then circling them, a few rounds the other way. And then point and flex. Warming up the ankles, warming up into the calves, back of the knees, a little bit into the hamstrings. And releasing. We're going to come and lie on our backs. If you want to slip a soft pillow underneath your head, you can do so, maybe something like that. For a little bit of a candle sequence, and then we'll hold the candle. So, once you're comfortable, maybe start off with a few pelvic tilts, just rocking back and forth. Inhale as you notice the little arch, exhale as you flatten. And just feel how, as you do this gentle pelvic tilt, your whole body, your back eases and softens. It's usually such a lovely movement to do. And then the knees can come right up to the chest. It's like they automatically want to do that. A few rounds of your Apanasana. Hands are lightly cupping the knees. The exhalations bring the knees towards you. The inhalations send the legs away from you. Allowing the movement to be guided by the hands and the arms, not the hips and the legs.
Holding onto the legs and rocking a little from side to side. Working into putting a bit of weight onto the outer edges of the pelvis. Maybe going over a little bit more into those hip joints. Always observing how the body feels and seeing how far it wants to go. Might just be a small little rock from side to side, or it might be quite a large one. We need to go even a little bit further to warm up. We need to go into a happy baby, so or a gentle version of the happy baby. So we're going to take our legs open, we're going to bring the arms through the center, and then we're going to just hold onto the outsides of the feet. And you're going to try and allow the buttocks to move down towards the mat. And again, just rocking from side to side, just like a happy baby would. And noticing how that feels. Can you relax your jaw as you do that? Is it a small movement? Is it a large movement? Is it a fast movement? Is it a slow movement? And then coming back to the center, give the knees a good squeeze, bring everything back into alignment. And then from here, the arms are going to start off down alongside the body. As we inhale, we need to extend the legs up towards the ceiling. As we exhale, bring the knees to the chest. And we continue moving with the breath. As you inhale, you're opening the back of the legs. As you exhale, you're bending the knees, closing. Now, this feels comfortable and you're ready to go a little bit further. On your next inhalation, you take your arms overhead as well. So as you inhale, the arms go back and the legs open. And as you exhale, the knees come to the chest and the arms come down. Inhaling as we open, exhaling as we close. And we keep going, making it smooth. Easy, comfortable. Last time. And this time, or this the next time, you need to keep your arms down alongside your body. You inhale, you need to extend the legs up. And you can kind of half point, half flex the feet, kind of pushing into the balls of the feet. You can close your eyes here. And what is the body sensation right now in this posture? What body sensation are you experiencing? Is there trembling in the legs? Is there engagement of the abdomen? Just noticing the most apparent body sensation right now. What feeling are you experiencing? What is the main emotional kind of feeling that is the most apparent? And what thought is coming into your mind? So for me, there's a definite body sensation of legs trembling and shaking. There's actually a feeling of contentment. I quite enjoy this posture. And the thought is like, how much longer can I hold this? When you're ready to come out of it, bend your knees to your chest, give the knees a quick squeeze. Allow everything to return back to stillness, going inward again. And then you can release release the soles of the feet to the mat. Keep the hands on the thighs. So we're going to have the feet touching, feet maybe just a comfortable distance from the buttocks, hands resting on the thighs, back of the neck long. On an inhalation, as we take the arms overhead again, and this time we're going to into the reclined cobbler, where the soles of the feet come together as the knees drop out to the sides. As you exhale, squeeze, actively squeeze the inner thighs together so that the knees come together and the feet come flat onto the mat again. And as you do that, the hands reach the thighs. So as you inhale, there's an opening of the chest as the arms go back, an opening of the hips and the inner thighs. And as you exhale, there's a gentle closing. I'm sure you're all familiar with this movement. You can close your eyes and you can move easily and comfortably to the rhythm of your breath. If the breath is slow and long at the moment, you'll notice that you'll probably do a few less rounds. If the breathing is still quite fast, you might be going a little faster than you normally do. And just focus on that exhalation and see if maybe you can make that exhalation just a moment longer than the round before. You'll find that as you make that exhalation just a little bit longer, the inhalation automatically lengthens. Because this is a little bit of a back bend posture, you'll probably find that it's easier to inhale. You might actually even find that the inhalation is a little longer than the exhalation in this posture. Maybe observing that. Is that true for you? Is it not true for you? Are you able to create a longer exhalation? Again, there's no incorrect way of experiencing it. Observing. On your next inhalation, you need to stay in the open posture. You need to allow the soles of the feet to meet. If you've got two bricks nearby, or pillows or bolsters, you may just want to even pop them underneath your legs so that you can actually really allow them to relax comfortably there. Now, as you stay in this position, allow yourself to release. Adjust and adapt in any way so that it is completely comfortable. If that means you need to lift your knees a little, go ahead and do so. If it means you need to bend your elbows or slip your hands behind your head, go ahead. And again, we check in how or what body sensation are you experiencing right now? What feeling are you experiencing right now? And what thought are you experiencing? So again, I'll just share mine, and yours may be completely different. I'll just give you some insight into what's happening on this side. The body sensation at the moment is a feeling of release, deep release into my left shoulder. The feeling is calm and peaceful. There's a lovely feeling of peace within. And thought is, oh, I'm really enjoying this. So you may have similar words, feelings, and thoughts, so you may have completely different ones. The idea is not that we're copying one another, but we're just tapping into our own innate wisdom, listening to what is coming from within. Now I could comfortably stay here all evening, but we won't. So on an exhalation, we're going to squeeze the inner thighs together. We're going to bring the arms back into the thighs, back into alignment. Take a moment or two here. If you've used support, put them to the side. If you've got a pillow under your head, you may want to move that one as well for now. And then you can bring your knees to your chest. Great. And you may just want to stay here. You may just want to rock a little from side to side or back and forth. Or for those who have no problem with their spine and would like to go a little bit deeper, we're going to move into a Roli-Poli. And if your back or your spine doesn't like the Roli-Poli, you may need to put an extra blanket or mat underneath your spine. Or you may just want to rock the legs kind of in this position where you're going back and forth a little. If you're quite happy with a few rounds of Roli-Poli, and it is lovely because you're getting weight bearing into the vertebra, which we really don't do enough of. We're going to take the legs behind us on the inhalation, and then we're going to gently roll up, exhaling as we go back. So inhaling as the legs go back, exhaling as we come forward. And you can use a lovely expelling breath to help empty the lungs as well. Here we go. And we keep going. And you'll probably find that a couple of cracks and creaks may be coming apparent. You might feel that you're actually really enjoying this, that your spine is becoming a little bit more mobile. Make sure that you don't bash through the spine, but yet you're really rolling through each vertebra. You're not ignoring or eliminating putting weight onto any part of the spine. Especially the lower back, you just want to make sure that you don't kind of thump through the sacral area, the lower back area. Take your time if you need to really get through those little vertebrae. The last thing you want to be doing is bouncing all around on your mat. There we go. We're going to do 2 or 3 more, maybe building up a bit more momentum. If you're doing the Roli-Poli, you're going to try to do gymnast style, and you're going to try and roll yourself all the way up into a standing position. If you're not doing that, you may just want to roll over onto a side and come up slowly. So for example, and down, or not down, arms down. Let's move that out the way. All right, so we're going to come up standing again. I think it's easier if I move my screen instead of trying to move the mat. And when you're up standing, take a moment to feel that you're nice and tall, that your shoulders are relaxed. Take a moment to run through those 3 questions. How's your body feeling? Or what body sensation is apparent, I should say. Maybe there's a little bit of warmth or heat through the spine and the back this time. Maybe a bit more aliveness in the body. What is the feeling? Maybe there's a bit more feeling of energy or life. And what is the thought? Maybe the flow or the train of thought is changing now. Super. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can bring your feet so that they're about hip width apart. I usually find that that's most comfortable for forward bends. I'll do a side on. And from here, we'll take it into a forward bend and coming out with a squat. If the squat doesn't work, you just come out in a normal forward bend as well. Feeling comfortable, arms down by your side. As you inhale, reaching the arms forwards and up. As you exhale, soften into the knees if you need to, lengthen through the spine, extend forwards, 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 forwards. And as the fingertips reach the mat, you can draw your chin in, looking through the knees. Dropping the buttocks as much as you can. You can bring the arms back alongside your ears, open the chest, press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up, standing. Exhale, the arms come out to the sides and down. Nice. And we continue, inhaling as we lift and lengthen. As we exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to. You're either going into a half a forward bend if that's all your body or your spine feels comfortable doing, the back feels the legs feel comfortable doing, or you can come all the way down. You can bend your knees or you come up with a straight back as long as you're doing your posture safely and mindfully. Inhaling as you lift and lengthen. Exhaling. It might just be halfway. It might be all the way. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling back down. Again, remembering you're adapting, you're adjusting the sequence so that it works for you right now, today, with how the body is feeling, with whatever injury, ailment, strength, vitality you have within you. Here we go. Last 2 rounds, inhaling as you come up. Exhale as you extend forwards and down. Loosen the buttocks, inhaling as you come back up again. Exhale, release. I'm going to take it into a forward bend where we hold the posture. So as you inhale, reaching forwards and up. Exhale, extend forwards and down. And now stay here. Hold. You may want to bind with your middle finger and your index finger underneath your big toe, locking with your thumb. You may want to stick a whole hand underneath the sole of your foot. You may want to hold into your ankles. You may want to bind behind your legs. You may just want to keep your fingers in line with your toes. See which version of Uttanasana you feel like doing this evening. Feel that the sitting bones are able to lift, that you can lengthen through the spine, and that you're able to bring your chest towards your thighs. And as you rest here, as you settle into the posture, check in. What body sensation are you experiencing right now? What feeling are you experiencing in this posture? And what is the thought that is at the top? What is the most apparent thought? And again, remembering there's no wrong answer. When you're ready to come up, bend your knees, open your chest, maybe lift your head a little. Take a moment to allow the blood and the breath to come back to a comfortable kind of space. Inhale, come all the way up, level. Exhale, release the arms down. And stand in samasthiti for a moment, your pose of attention. Soft feet, soft knees, long spine, relaxed shoulders, smooth breath. You may just want to run through those questions again after having been upside down with your head down and now being the right way up. What is the body sensation? What is the feeling?
What was the thought? And release. Moving into our balance for this evening, we're going to work into Natarajasana, the dancer. If you feel a little unbalanced, grab hold of a wall or something fairly stable. We're going to ground down through the right foot. We're going to take it nice and easy, and we're going to bring the left leg up. And if you can, you're going to hold on to the ankle. If not, grab hold of a strap or a belt and wrap that around your ankle. And if you feel that Natarajasana is just out of question for you today, then maybe take it into a tree posture instead. So with this dancer, we're going to work the heel towards the buttocks. We're going to work that left knee towards the right knee. And we're going to allow the tailbone to feel heavy. So we're not actively going to tuck it under. We're just going to allow the sacrum to feel heavy and kind of want to sink it down to the ground. And just by those three things, working the heel towards the buttocks, working the knees towards each other, and allowing the sacrum to feel heavy, should allow you to feel a beautiful stretch through that left quadricep. And if you feel comfortable here, that right arm can come up alongside your right ear. Opening into the chest. For those who want to go deeper into the posture, you can go deeper. Let's just hold it there steadily. Feel that the front of that left thigh is able to open up beautifully. And slowly release, shaking out that left leg. And then maybe walking out the legs. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So you can ground down through your left leg, left foot. And you can grab hold of your right. Working the heel towards the buttocks, working knees towards each other. And feel that the sacrum can release down and feel heavy. You need to hold onto a wall of support, go ahead and do so. So that you can go deeper or further, you can reach that left arm up. Open up into the front of that right thigh, breathe into it. At the moment, I'm looking after my friend's little rescue duiker, little Simon. He is the cutest little thing, naughty and stubborn, like probably everyone in this family. And I'm trying to get him to start, he's still on a bottle, so I'm trying to get him to start feeding. So he comes and he nuzzles. So I've now got to put Cerelac on my face so he can lick and bite off the Cerelac so that he gets used to kind of licking something. I'm trying to get him to use to the finger. He's not there yet. He's not used to licking it off a ball. So I've got like micro needling happening in my cheeks. I should probably be like full of collagen by the end of the week. That's one way of doing natural facelift out in the farm. When you're ready, release your left arm, your right leg, give it a shake. It's very sweet though. And just observing how those little legs feel. It reminds me of his legs. All little kind of small animals and puppies and things, they're like just legs and body and these long spindly legs, and it just runs and very, very funny, very, very cute to watch. All right, so we're coming back down onto our mat. We're going to be taking it into our last posture for this evening. We're going to move into Dviparapitam, the bridge, which means you do not need a pillow or anything under your head. You want to keep the neck free. Please make sure that when you do the posture, you do not look at the screen and you just look straight ahead. If anything's unclear, rather come out of the posture and then go into it again. So the arms are down alongside the body. Feet and knees are about hip width apart. Remember, not
outer hip or buttocks, but really where the hip bones are apart. So if you make a fist of your hands and you pop your hand between your knees, that is actually fist. I mean, that is actually fist. It is fist width apart. It's also hip width apart. Right, ground down through the feet. As you inhale, roll through the spine. Inhale, pressing firmly, firmly, firmly through those stable grounding feet, lifting the hips, lifting the spine, coming up as high as your spine or your body allows. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly releasing back down. So we need to do a few more rounds. As you inhale, you rolling up, coming up. And as you exhale, releasing down slowly. And continue in your own time, moving to the rhythm of your breath. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. Enjoying again the release through the spine. Squeeze in the throat. And the release in the throat. On your next inhalation, you can stay up, you can hold your posture, and you can breathe here. So the arms are down by the side. If you feel you want to interlock the fingers and go into your mudra, you can do so. If you're just a little stable, the legs are stable, hips are stable. Body sensation, observe how is the body feeling here. Is it a little wobbly? Is it a little shaky? Are you feeling stable, strong, like a bridge? What is your feeling? Is there a feeling of openness, lightness, spaciousness? Is there a feeling of contraction? Is there a feeling of enjoyment or not really? And what is the thought? What is your most current thought? And with that awareness, that perception, slowly releasing back down. Bringing the knees to the chest, holding them here. Sitting them in a good squeeze. Allow everything to settle. The thoughts, breath. Allow the body to come back to neutral, back to alignment. After that, a little bit of a back bend. You're holding the knees to the chest, which is like doing a forward bend. So counteracting that movement. Maybe allow your head to loll a little from side to side. And bring your head back to the center. And then from here, we're going to swing ourselves up. We're going to come into a seated position for a little bit of a pranayama practice, some breathing, and then we're going to get comfortable for relaxation. So I'll bring myself a little closer to the screen. There we go. And for our pranayama practice this evening, we are going to be working with Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breath. So that's why I want to come a little bit closer so you can just kind of show or demonstrate if need be. So index finger, middle finger, again, remember we draw those into the palm of the hand. Thumb is going to very, very gently be manipulating the breath on the right nostril.
Ring finger supported by the little finger will be doing the same on the left nostril. Okay. We start off with a couple of just natural, easy, smooth breaths. Breath flowing in and out. If anything gets complicated too much, then you just return to a soft, smooth inhalation and exhalation. You never want to overwhelm, stress, or complicate the body or the mind. So if it's not for you this evening or when you're doing it, then just leave it out. Whatever it is, placing the fingers in their appropriate position. The spine is long, your left hand is in Chin Mudra. With a smooth breath in and out. And then we start off by using the thumb to block off the right nostril, and we inhale through the left. Gently block the left with a ring finger, release the thumb, exhale out through the right. Now inhale through the right. Block the right with the thumb, very, very gently. Lift the ring finger, exhale out through the left. And that is one round. So we inhale through the left again. We gently close the left, we exhale out through the right. We inhale through the right. And we exhale through the left. Now, the pressure of the thumb and the ring finger on the nostril is light, 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 light. It's just like a butterfly is landed on. And it's not like you're lifting off and you're moving. You're not making it a big disturbing movement. It is very, very subtle. Very, very small movements with the fingers. You want to keep everything kind of within you, contained, soft and light. And if your right arm gets tired, you just switch over and you use your left hand instead. It's not a problem at all. So again, if you lose track of where you are, you start with an inhalation through the left nostril. You exhale out through the right. And you inhale through the right. And you exhale through the left. Continue for a few more rounds in your own time. Don't allow the thoughts or the mind to distract you. Just keep going. Slowly, easily, comfortably. I'll watch the time for you. There's no need to panic or to stress. Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breath, is really such a wonderful practice to help balance the right and the left hemispheres, brain, mind. Ida and Pingala, the feminine and the masculine. The side of kind of relaxation, calmness, inward contemplation, and Pingala, the sun, the more active, the more alive, the more kind of busy or vibrant. And again, we need both throughout the day. We need both in our life. We can't just be active, active, active and not have downtime and rest time. And we can't just rest, rest, rest without having a little bit of fire and activity and movement. Taking time to practice Nadi Shodhana, even if it's just 6 rounds, a couple of times throughout your day. is really, really helpful. It slows things down, balances things out, brings things into perspective, makes us less reactive. We kind of take a step back and a breath back. And we try to see things with a bit more compassion. Be a different outlook, more compassionate towards ourselves as well as others. We're going to do one last full round. And after you've completed with an exhalation out through your left nostril, you can release the hand you were using to manipulate the breath. And keep the eyes closed and just observe the breath flowing in and out. And I say I love this time of the evening where it slowly starts to move from day to night. And kind of the night life comes alive and kind of the daytime birds start to quieten down. There's such a beautiful change in energy, and I'm not sure if you can hear all the crickets and the busyness from outside. Again, just noticing that change within you as well, as when you move from that active state to that more quiet, contemplative time and space. And that's what evenings are about, moving into rhythm with the quietening of the day, the ending of the day. Lovely. And then from here, when you're ready, you can bring the palms of your hands together. You can cup them over your eyes, take a slow deep breath in. And slowly out. And then from there, we'll make ourselves comfortable for relaxation. So I'm going to close my window here because I think it might be too noisy. And you can grab your blanket, your bolster. I'm not sure how hot it is where you are. You can turn down the lights. You can do whatever it is that you feel is necessary. Maybe that's a bit too much, Nina. And you can come and lie on your back. And as you come and lie on your back, you can allow your head to loll a little from side to side, releasing any tension from the back of the neck, and eventually bring it back to the center. And you may want to place a soft pillow or something underneath your head for a bit of support. You can make tight fists of your hands, reach your hands down towards your feet, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then as you exhale, relax and release soft arms, soft hands, relaxed fingers. Flex the feet, tighten the thighs, tighten the buttocks, squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And as you exhale, relax and release. Soften the legs, soften the feet. Relax the buttocks. Inhale and notice your belly rise. And sigh the air out. Again, inhaling, the belly rises. And exhaling, sighing the breath out. Last time, breathing in deeply, breathing in fully. Allow your whole body to expand. And let the breath go. As your body settles for relaxation, really connect with that natural pulsation that is within you and all around you. So as you inhale, there's that feeling of expansion. And as you exhale, there's that feeling of contraction. Keep playing with that sensation, inhaling, expanding, exhaling, letting go. And you might want to start off by feeling that sensation in the feet. It feels as if the feet are pulsating outward. And as you exhale, releasing in. Then notice that pulsation moving up your calves and your shins. The pulsation in the knees, the thighs and the hamstrings. The hips and the pelvis. Noticing that pulsation in the lower back and the lower abdomen, outward moving, the inhalation, inward moving on the exhalation. Notice that pulsation in the midsection, and then the upper section. And everything feels like it pulsating together, inhaling the lower part of the body and the torso moving. Noticing the shoulders, the arms, noticing the pulsation in the elbows, the forearms, the hands themselves. Noticing the pulsation in the throat and the neck. And then your face and your head. Your whole being just gently expanding on the inhalations, returning back inwards in the exhalation. Pulsing to the rhythm of your breath, pulsing to the natural rhythm of the universe. And in that gentle, slow rhythm, maybe observing any physical body sensations right now. Maybe there's a deep sense of softness or relaxation. Maybe there's a deep sense of subtle energy flowing through the body. And then observing how you feel. Maybe there's a sense of calmness and ease and peace. Maybe there's a sense of release and softness. What is the most apparent feeling that you're experiencing? Is there a fleeting thought that seems to pop into your mind? And then just let that thought go. It's like you just caught it, noticed it, and you release it. And again, return to that pulsation. And whatever you perceive, just let it go. Turn back to feeling that universal pulsation, oneness with all that is around you. And realizing that there is no separation. All we need to do is tune in. And when you are ready, you need to allow yourself to be drawn out of this relaxation by becoming aware of the physical body on your mat. You need to start breathing a little more deeply so that you notice the rise and the fall of your chest. You're going to allow the thumbs to move along your fingertips, waking up your hand. And you're going to wiggle your toes, waking up your feet. When you're ready, you're going to stretch your arms out behind you. You're going to yawn if you want to. You can stretch diagonally through the body, right arm and left leg, left arm and right leg. Arms one way, legs the other. You can stick with it. And let it go. When you're ready, give your knees a good squeeze. If you need to rock a little from side to side, go ahead and do so. Eventually, just roll all the way onto your right side. And if you feel you just need to stay there a little longer, you can do so. If you are ready to come up into a seated position, place the left hand in front of your chest, push all the way up into a seated position. You bring your hands into Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And take a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And with that gratitude, take a moment to exhale and to bow your head, acknowledging the amazing, stunning human being that you are. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Namaste. And have a lovely, lovely, I was going to say day. Here it's evening, but whatever, if you're watching the recording, whatever part of the day it is, have a lovely day. And for you, Win, I hope you have a lovely, lovely evening.